Face to Face, 2nd edition, Upper Intermediate, by Chris Redston and Gilly Cunningham. This recording is copyright Cambridge University Press, 2013. CD 1. Track 1.
I started studying Spanish after I went to Argentina on holiday last year. I'd never been to South America before, and I couldn't speak a word of Spanish. While I was travelling around the country, I picked up enough words and phrases to get by. I was told that my pronunciation was quite good, so when I got home, I decided to learn Spanish properly. A friend recommended a school, and I've been going there for about 6 months. I always enjoy the lessons, and the language is taught in an interesting way. I think that I've learned a lot since I started. It's not all fun, though. At the moment, I'm studying for my first exam.
Track 2.
Jess, I didn't think you were coming.
I couldn't miss my favourite uncle's birthday, could I?
Well, I am honoured. Nice to see you. You're looking well.
And so are you. I can't believe you're 50.
Shh, don't tell everyone. So, how's uni going?
It's pretty good. I'm in my final year now, but I might stay on and do a postgraduate degree in business.
Oh, good. And you know I'm studying again, don't you?
Yes, Mum told me. You're doing an open university course, aren't you?
Yes, I am, at long last. It's something I've wanted to do for ages.
What course are you doing?
I'm doing a master's in computing and IT. Finding it pretty difficult, actually.
Oh, I was told you're really enjoying it.
I am. But I have to say, I found the first few assignments a bit scary.
So does everyone at the beginning. Don't worry, it does get easier.
Maybe. But it's difficult juggling my studies, family and work.
Yes, it must be. How do you manage to do everything?
Sometimes I don't.
Nor do I. And I don't have all your other commitments. I guess it's hard to motivate yourself, studying on your own all the time.
You don't have to study on your own. There are tutorials you can go to every month, and the online support you get from tutors and other students is excellent.
Right. But I have a great social life with my friends at uni, so I think I'd still prefer to be on campus.
But the Open University is much more flexible. Everything's online, so I choose when and where I want to study.
That is an advantage, I suppose. And I had to take out a huge student loan to cover my fees and expenses.
At least I didn't have to do that.
So, how long is it going to take you to finish your course?
Well, that's the other good thing. It's up to me. Some people get their masters in 1 or 2 years, but most people take longer. Your Aunt Gail was hoping to do her first degree in 4 years. It actually took 8.
Did it?
Yes, but she got there in the end. Don't forget, she was looking after the children at the same time.
Do you think you'll have finished your degree by the end of next year?
No, I don't. But I'm quite optimistic. I think at the rate I'm going, I should finish before my 85th birthday.
Track 3. 1.
She's made it. She made it.
2.
He started it. He'd started it.
3.
You're taught it. You taught it.
4.
I lost it. I've lost it.
5.
We watch it. We'll watch it.
6.
I won't buy it. I want to buy it.
Track 4. 1.
He hasn't decided which college he's going to yet. He hasn't decided which college he's going to yet.
2.
When I've finished my degree, I'd like to do a PhD. When I've finished my degree, I'd like to do a PhD.
3.
She's waiting to hear if she's passed her exams. She's waiting to hear if she's passed her exams.
4.
She doesn't think she'll go to the tutorial today. She doesn't think she'll go to the tutorial today.
5.
I've started a master's and I'm really enjoying it. I've started a master's and I'm really enjoying it.
Track 5.
Hello, Jess. Your aunt and I were just talking about you a minute ago.
Oh, how's everything going? Have you finished your essay yet?
Yes, I have. I finally handed it in yesterday. But it really did take ages to write.
You worked really hard on that, didn't you?
Yes, I did. By the way, I hear you've met someone new. A guy called Tim. Is that right?
Yes, it is. I wasn't going to tell anyone. I was trying to keep it a secret. Honestly, this family... Did Aunt Gail tell you?
No, she didn't. It was your mum.
You haven't told anyone else, have you?
No, I haven't. Well, only your cousin Nikki.
Oh no, not Nikki. I do hope she doesn't find out who it is. That's a disaster.
Is it? Why? Does she know this guy? Is he a student too?
No, he isn't. But she does know him. He's Nikki's ex-boyfriend.
Track 6. Henry.
My worst exam moment happened when I was caught cheating by my mum after a history exam. I really liked history classes, but I didn't have a very good memory. So, on the morning of the exam, I wrote loads of important facts and figures on the insides of my shirt cuffs. I made sure that I got to the exam room really early so I could sit at the back. I managed to answer quite a few questions using the stuff I'd written on my shirt. I was terrified that I was going to get caught, but luckily the teacher never noticed what I was doing. Stupidly, though, when I got home, I was so happy the exam had finished that I just got changed out of my school clothes and left them on my bed. Anyway, while I was playing football with my friends in the park, my mum came to get my dirty clothes so that she could do some washing. She found the shirt and immediately realised what I'd done. She was absolutely furious, of course, and stopped my pocket money for 3 months. It taught me a lesson, though, and I've never cheated at anything since.
Yvonne.
My worst exam nightmare was definitely my French oral exam. When I was at school, this was over 20 years ago now, kids weren't taught how to actually speak French. We just did loads of grammar exercises and translated texts and stuff. So I knew quite a lot of grammar and my written French wasn't too bad, but I didn't have a clue how to have even the most basic conversation. I think I did quite well on the written papers, but when it came to the oral exam, I couldn't understand a word the examiner was saying to me. He seemed to be speaking incredibly fast, and I just got so nervous I couldn't think. The only thing I knew how to say was "je ne comprends pas," which means I don't understand, of course. So every time the examiner asked me a question, I just said "je ne comprends pas." That was all I said in the whole exam. The examiner probably thought I was an idiot, but at the end of the exam, he did tell me that I had very good pronunciation. I still failed, though, obviously.
Track 7.
My worst exam moment happened when I was caught cheating by my mum after a history exam. I really liked history classes, but I didn't have a very good memory.
Track 8.
So, on the morning of the exam, I wrote loads of important facts and figures on the insides of my shirt cuffs. I made sure that I got to the exam room really early so I could sit at the back.
Track 9.
Sophie, over here, I got you a coffee.
Thanks, Chloe. Great to see you. It's been ages, hasn't it?
Yeah, a couple of months at least. How's it going?
Yeah, still doing the same part-time job because it means I can go to auditions if any acting work comes up. Otherwise, pretty good, thanks. What about you?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm still working at the advertising agency and life's really busy at the moment.
Why's that?
I started doing some evening classes.
Really? Like what exactly?
Well, last night I did creative writing. It sounds fun, but actually it's quite challenging.
How do you mean?
Well, we have to write something in class every week. Like, yesterday I had to imagine I was an animal and write a story about a typical day, things like that.
Yeah, I see what you mean. What's the teacher like?
Oh, he's great. He's really enthusiastic and supportive. He's written a couple of novels, so I guess he knows what he's talking about.
I'm sure he does. What else are you doing?
Well, on Mondays I do a photography course. I got a new camera for my birthday, and there are lots of things I don't know how to do.
Such as?
Things like taking close-ups or getting the photos to print out properly, that sort of thing. In some ways, it's even more difficult than creative writing.
Is it? How come?
Oh, well, there's a lot of theory. It even involves some physics. But doing evening classes does help me relax more.
In what way?
Well, you know, in my old job, I used to work late most evenings. Now I don't, and I've found that if I force myself to do something different in the evenings, it helps me sleep better.
Right. Maybe you should join my dance class too. That will tire you out.
What sort of dancing?
Zumba. It's a dance exercise thing.
Oh, yes. I think they do that at the place I go to.
It's great. I go every Friday night.
Really? Who with?
With a few people from work. We're all beginners. But it's great fun. You should come. You'd love it.
Well, I'll see if I'm free and I'll let you know.
Well, try and come tomorrow evening because I'm off to the US on Sunday.
Are you? How long for?
2 weeks.
For work or for pleasure?
It's a holiday. First, I'm going to my cousin's wedding in New York.
Track 10. 1,
I've just been told to go home.
2,
We're going on holiday tomorrow.
3,
I'm going to the cinema tonight.
4,
We've borrowed £10,000 from the bank.
5,
I've just got an email.
6,
I've just sent an email.
7,
Pete's staying with me at the moment.
8,
I need some information.
Track 11.
I've just been told to go home.
Who by?
We're going on holiday tomorrow.
Where to?
I'm going to the cinema tonight.
Who with?
We've borrowed £10,000 from the bank.
What for?
I've just got an email.
Who from?
I've just sent an email.
Who to?
Pete's staying with me at the moment.
How long for?
I need some information.
What about? Track 12. 1,
S.
Promise. House. Purse. Purpose. Sense.
2,
Z.
Advertise. Noise. Vase.
3,
Z.
Close.
S.
Close.
Z.
Use.
S.
Use.
Track 13. 1,
Advise. Excuse. Realize. License. Close.
2.
Close. Exercise. Practice. Excuse. Purchase.
3.
Use. Organize. Use. Refuse. Noise.